but for every pound that you lose, right, it gets better, right? So we're not saying lose everything at once,
Right.
and we're not saying all of a sudden change everything because
that won't be healthy
because
either.
it's not. Well, it is healthy, but it's not realistic. For
I just
most
meant
people.
that losing weight really fast.
Oh
is
no,
probably
no, no!
not
I mean
healthy.
changing your diet.
Yeah, that's
right?
probably better.
Because I can't expect everybody. I can't expect you to do what I'm doing.
Oh, hell no.
Right?
I
Right?
won't.
And
I'll starve.
and see
but
this.
dude, your hair might grow back.
No, but you would be like, if I wrote down, I will write down everything I'm doing for
Right.
you, so you can see how I eat every day,
Yeah.
right? and I'm not perfect. You know, when we go out, it's like, oh, I don't want. I'm so tired. I don't want to cook. Yeah, we'll go out.
Yeah,
You know,
you're still
instead
better
of-
than us.
But but my point is, right? You can just people can either say, oh well, a lot of people have this like, oh well, I've been doing this all my life, so you can't make me do this, you can't make me do that. Oh well, then fine.
I don't want to be in pain anymore.
Yeah.
But you can say that, and a lot of people like that. That's why they are where they are. That's why
Because
every year they get older.
they settle into whatever that is.
Yeah,
They
and
just
then
accept it.
They accept it, and they just take one more pill extra. Next year, they take another pill. They take another pill. They take another pill, and before you know it, you're taking 18 different pills.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm on 4 right now.
Yeah, let's keep
Just
it
try
at
to
4,
reduce it to.
or even reduce it, right? And so you can have that attitude of like, oh, I've been doing this all my life, or oh, this is just the way people in our community eat, or you can say anything. I mean, you can.
Right.
I mean, that's really up
Well,
to you.
as you know, though,
you know?
in the Filipino culture and a little bit in the Latin culture,
Oh yeah, definitely.
they cook a lot of greasy food. I mean, if you look at half the food that we eat,
meat in
Yeah,
every meal.
the stuff that
Usually,
we do
we
is
don't
just
have
raw oil.
vegetarian dishes.
yeah.
But have you traced your history all the way back before Western
Colonization.
Right.
Before colonization?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not like that.
Oh, no, I'm
What
sure
did the
it's not
Malaysians
either.
eat?
Yeah.
Sorry, the Filipinos origin. Never
Right,
mind.
right.
Right?
Never
I
mind.
mean, when you
Asian,
really think
Malay.
about it,
Yeah.
and then even if we do try to mimic that,
Yeah.
it's still really hard to mimic because everything, the earth is contaminated, the ocean is
Yeah,
contaminated,
from what it was back then.
right? From
sure.
back, so it's still not going to be the same,
Right.
Right.
But
That's close to.
You can start by being mindful,
Uh-huh.
and you can start by not saying, "Oh, this is just the way our culture is."
Because we can change.
Right,
Because
because
you
if
can
we all
change.
change, then the demand changes, then the system has to change.
Exactly.
Got it.
Right? But if everybody just says, "Oh, I just can't be like you," "Oh, you're just different," or "Oh, well,
Yeah.
well, I'm not Japanese," or "I'm not a woman," or whatever it is, the reason is, people. I've heard
They
every
will
single
always have
excuse.
some reason.
Right,
yes,
right.
of
They
course.
always
And-
justify their inability or not. Or
Want
They
to
don't
change.
want to change
yeah.
them because who likes change? Nobody likes change.
That's true.
But the more you get used to different changes on different levels,
Yeah.
whether
Right.
it's a relationship, right?
Emotional,
The relationship with
I
your
mean,
children.
I will admit,
right?
right?
in the time that I've been trying to lose weight, it was a struggle. I mean, especially the first month and a half, I was like forcing myself to get on
Mm-hmm.
the treadmill, eating half my food, and I mean, it was a chore.
Well, that's
I mean, I was
because
like,
you came here and you had to look at her.
Yeah, every time I saw her, I was like,
Judging
oh
you.
shit. So just, hi, Mom. That wasn't mine. I don't know whose that is.
I was holding it for someone.
Yeah. It was Naeem's.
Hey, don't put me into this. I have teeth.
But the more you get used to change,
Right.
the easier it becomes.
Of course.
Yeah, yeah, and as I went along, then it became a religious thing, and I just kept doing it and doing it, and for what I did, I lost 20 pounds, and I was able to keep that off.
And it wasn't that you did much.
No, I didn't do a lot.
Right.
I was just
Consistent.
consistent. I mean, I was on it every other day or whatnot, and
And now daily.
I made sure that my food intake. I wasn't eating everything.
yeah, you
I
weren't
only
overeating.
ate half my food, gave
Yeah.
away the other half. Marco's dad loved it because I would always give this guy, my coworker, half my food.
Has
goes,
he
"You're not-"
gotten fatter?
Yeah, he has. He's pissed. He's like, "Damn you, Rico! I'm getting fat because of you. Damn, he's making me." He tells me that his wife is getting mad for getting heavy. He goes,
Well,
"It's
'cause
Rico."
She went through the whole losing
yeah,
weight
'cause
thing
she went to lose
Yeah.
weight too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's gotten heavy.
So
Oh my goodness.
yeah, I mean it's a hard nut to crack.
It is.
Because
really
people
is.
are getting misinformed all over the place.
Yeah, it's the
right?
mental aspect of it.
And you hear, and everybody's so not not patient anymore.
Right. They want
Well,
to see
everything
change.
immediate,
You want-
immediate.
immediately. People are like, "Well, I've been doing this for 2 weeks and I've only lost 2 pounds." It's like, okay,
That's healthy.
how long did it take you to gain 30 pounds?
Right. Right.
Right?
Right.
It's not. You're not going to lose it. You know, if you do it properly, you can lose that 30 pounds sooner than how you gained it.
Right.
But
It's not.
it's not going to happen in a month.
Right.
You know, if you lost 30 pounds in a month, that's not healthy to begin with.
But that's the American
And-
culture. It's like, can you just give me a pill and I
Yeah.
lose weight while I sleep?
Yeah.
You know, I can eat whatever I want, but I still metabolize everything the right way.
And then so there's so many diets out there and so many supplements. It's, well, you can eat exactly what you're doing, but you can lose weight if you take this pill, right? And of course it's not going to work, but
Yeah.
it sells because people will just,
The idea of
they're
it.
grabbing at straws,
Yeah,
right?
the
I want,
idea of it.
I want this ideal body
Figure without the effort.
without changing anything.
Wow.
Right? And so that's why all these supplements are selling. That's why even though we're a gym, I sell very few supplements because think of the word supplement. A supplement is it
It's a replacement.
supplements.
Yeah, it's a
Or
replacement.
not even
Yeah.
a replacement.
Yeah.
It enhances.
Right.
Right?
Oh, okay.
So if you're eating like crap and you're taking all these supplements, you're not going to get healthy.
It enhances
Right?
the crap.
But if you're eating really, if you're eating healthy and you're supplementing, right? I mean, not any kind of supplements, but then it will enhance what you're already doing,
Got it.
right? But some people think it's a replacement. It's not a replacement. Other than that, they would be
See?
called replacements,
I thought that too.
right?
Yeah, that's
They'd
how.
be called
That's what I'm saying.
replacements.
Supplement.
It's
I always thought that
supplement.
instead of this, you're getting this.
No.
No, that's why I don't even encourage anybody to take any supplements until their eating is right, right? Other than that, you're just wasting your money. And you're putting more
Junk.
strain
Yeah.
in your liver. And like I said, not all supplements are equal, right? Unfortunately, the really good stuff is expensive, but you can feel the difference. You can see the difference to begin with, right? And it's so like compared to, say, like Trader Joe's has vitamin C for like $6 or $7, right? The stuff that we get is like $30,
Wow.
right? But when you look at it, just looking at it, you can tell. You can tell the difference.
Wow.
You know, it just, this is the unfortunate part that in order to be healthy in this culture, you have to have money.
Sadly.
Wow.
Well,
Right?
it
And a
seems
lot of
like
us
it's-
And you
don't.
have
No,
to
I know, I
really,
Yeah.
but you have to now, so you have to look at your budget and you have to prioritize. Do you really need that 150 pair of new Nikes?
Right.
Right? Or I
I
could
just help
get,
somebody
or I
move
could
and-
get 5 bottles of really good supplements.
For the same price
For
as
the
that
same
pair of
price.
shoes.
Right. No,
Right?
and I get that, and a lot of people are going to say no to that. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
you know. I mean, you have these people who are the brands, you know,
Right.
those high-priced brands, and like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you're going to do that, but yet you don't have food on the table because you wanted to
Exactly.
look good that way instead of
You want that car
Yeah.
instead.
Yeah. I mean, people can, you know. You go to Starbucks, you spend $5 a day, 7 days a week. That's
Right.
$35, right? That's what 35 times 4 is what $140,
Right.
right? That can be put towards healthy eating or healthy
Right.
supplements. You know, and that's just one thing. That's just one coffee. What about instead of buying your food every day, what if you pack your food every day?
So the other thing that I've been
Right?
doing lately is we have a food truck at work that comes by, and I buy fruits. Like it has like 3 different. It has cantaloupe, honeydew, and watermelon.
Already
And then
cut up and everything.
Yeah, and it'll be cut up, and then I just eat that for my
Okay,
lunch.
how much does that cost?
It's $3.
$3, right? If you had $3, you
See,
could
she's
buy
gonna-
a
she's gonna
whole
tell me-
cantaloupe, right?
Yeah.
So $3, 5 days a week, that's $15. You could buy a whole cantaloupe, a whole whatever, right?
Honeydew.
Honeydew, probably organic, for the same amount of time,
Yeah,
same
but
amount of
it's,
money.
well,
I know
I
it's
don't
a
have to do it anymore.
convenience,
Yeah.
right? But that's what I said.
Yeah.
But to be
if I prep it
healthy,
myself.
honestly, for me, I have to wake up 2 hours before I leave for work.
Wow.
Right? Because I have a regimen and I pack all my foods. I have to juice my celery. I have to make my detox smoothie. I have to, pack all my meals, right? All the stuff that's not going to contaminate my body. And
Can't
it
do that on
takes me.
Sunday.
Yeah. Well, here's the funny thing. I'm going to say something, and she's going to quash it down and goes, well, everybody said they don't have the time. Here it comes.
Well, you don't have the time for what,
See,
right?
well, yeah, and
Do
that's
you
and
have
that's
the
my
time
point.
to watch a 2-hour movie? Do you have the time to be on social media for an hour?
Not my movies.
Do you-
We have fans.
Right? But I'm saying, you know,
Yes.
like there
Yeah.
there
And I knew
is
that she was
enough
going to say
time,
this is why I brought it up because, and you are right. We have to make the time to make ourselves healthy.
right? I mean,
And if
hey,
we
you know
don't,
what?
then-
we make the
when
time to
I'm
train.
cooking,
Right,
right?
right.
When I'm cooking, if I want to watch a movie, I have my iPad in the kitchen,
Uh-huh.
right? And I'm cooking and I'm watching a movie,
Right.
right? I'm prepping and I'm watching a movie.
So
in
you're
the
saying
morning,
we should have TVs in the kitchen?
Everywhere.
yeah, we should have TVs everywhere.
We're going to bring some down here.
We should be watching a movie right now.
But no, and that's why I brought that up. And I was being facetious because I knew that
Yeah,
that was your
yeah.
answer. That no, you can make time if it's what you're wanting to do for you.
Mm-hmm.
But the people who don't make that time is because they really don't want to change.
Right.
Yeah.
Or they have
and
no
then
real
even if you
desire.
don't start every single day, how about you start one
Once
day a week,
Yeah.
right? And then it's like, okay, this is really not that bad,
Yeah, you can
right?
start
and then you
incorporating
go
2
2
days.
Yeah,
days.
and that's why I say,
Right.
you know, and obviously I, like I said that because I knew what you were going to say, because when I started my regiment, I said, okay, I'm going to do just 30 minutes on the treadmill. Then I did 35, then I did 40,
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
You know, and I constantly increased it, you know, every other week or so until I got to the point where, okay, I'm good now. My metabolism is burning automatically. I don't have to do it as much as I was before because now my body's constantly doing it. And then I would train people and whatever else, so that kept me moving as well.
You know what that reminded me of? Slow is smooth,
Smooth as fast. Yeah,
fast
exactly.
is power.
And that's what it became, you know, because once you start something like that and you keep
Right.
it up, and I will admit, I hated it for the first month and a half. It sucked. I hated it. But you force yourself and you keep going. Then it became normal. Then it was, okay, I'm going to just do it all the
You
time.
know, whatever you're not good at doing, you will hate,
Yeah,
right? But whatever you're good at doing, you will love.
right. And after a while,
Right?
yes, I did start.
And everybody's not good in the beginning
Right.
for anything, you know? I'm sure you weren't good at this from the beginning,
No.
right? But the better you got,
I
the more you
was.
loved it,
I'm
He still
kidding.
gets
No, I
beat up.
sucked.
He still gets beat
right?
up.
And why most people don't like, oh, I don't like this. This is not for me,
Yeah.
right?
Because you weren't good at it right away.
Because you weren't good at it right away. I remember when my daughter first started Tahitian dancing,
Uh-huh.
she couldn't get forgot what it's called, you know, where you have to rotate your
Right.
foot up or something like that, right? And she was crying, I can't do it, I hate this, I don't want to do this, I don't get it. And then she practiced every day, and then pretty soon she had it down, and then they said, oh, I love Tahitian dancing, right? Right? So everybody's going to hate everything in the beginning,
Right.
anything that's new, everything that's, you know, not comfortable. But you have to look at it like, okay, this is not good, but where do you want to be,
Right.
right?
And this
So
is what
where's
you
your
have to do.
horizon? You know,
Yeah.
like not, you know, when I train upstairs, not every day it's like, oh, I can't wait to weight train.
You know,
You know,
that,
it's not always like that, but I like what it's doing for my body.
Right.
Therefore, I do it.
Right.
Right?
Regardless of
that's a wonderful insight, because she said, you know, what people don't like they hate, or what they can't do right away they hate, but this culture, that's all they sell you is comfort. Mm-hmm. This is comfortable. This is now. This is easy. This is
Right. Oh,
this
yeah,
is
that's
something
how
you
they
can
get
do,
you.
and it feels like we have to definitely push ourselves to get out of that mindset. Because even in what we do in our training, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of schools that get caught up in this sense of, oh, it has to be done this way.
Yeah.
It has to be done a certain way, and they don't see beyond that particular point. So then they find themselves, you know, quitting. They end
Yeah.
up like, oh, I'm tired of this. Oh yeah, I did it for this long, and
Yes, and even like in martial arts, like the hardcore, like judo, for example, in
Uh-huh.
Japan, right?
Right.
You don't get your black belt in a year. Sometimes it takes 10, 15, 20. Sometimes you never get it,
wow.
right?
Yeah, thank you
Here,
for saying that, because we have in the States, you have people
You get
give the
that
right money.
because oh, it's time to test. It's this much amount to test,
Right.
and it's this much amount to get the next belt.
Right.
Right.
Right? So it becomes, now we're not talking about real martial arts. We're talking about a business.
Right. And that's
Right?
why I left one school, because
And-
they were doing
right?
that. Yeah.
And because, you know, the true martial arts is not only, you can be skilled, because
Right.
some people have better motor skills than others,
Right,
right?
right.
So you can have
Athletic.
all the motor skills, but if you don't have the right mindset or the right heart,
Right.
you can't get promoted. If you're cocky, if you used your martial arts for bad instead of good, you will never ever get promoted,
Right.
Wow.
right? And in fact, you will have to leave because we don't want you
Right.
to represent us.
Yeah, that's what
Right?
happened after Karate Kid movie came out. You had all these McDojos come up, and you spend $12.99, and we'll give you a free gi, and you'll be a black belt in 4 months. Like unrealistic and not
Yeah.
even true.
Yeah.
But that's what they're
So
doing.
that's what's happened, and I think that's what's the whole society has been really diluted. You
Right.
know, even in the bodybuilding competition
Right.
world, right? It was at first it was just all bodybuilding,
Right.
you know, and then bodybuilding was always popular amongst the guys, and then also, you know, women, it was great, but then the women's, you know, started looking like the guys,
Right.
and then the audience started to go down because
Right,
guys
yeah.
wanted to see
Physique.
TNA,
Right.
Right.
right? No matter
Right,
what,
right.
even though it's a sport,
Yeah.
it's a very subjective sport,
Of course.
right? And the audience went down, which meant money went down.
Right.
Oh, we got to think of something else, right? So
Ooh.
now let's do something. Oh,
Swimsuit.
now swimsuit. Now, so then
Physique,
it
yeah.
became figure competitions.
Yeah.
Figure
Wow.
competitions became more like women's bodybuilding was like in the 1970s and maybe in the 1980s, right?
Right, before
we got
the
to wear
giant-
heels. We got to wear
Right.
heels. You had to have muscle,
Right.
but you
It
don't
couldn't
look
be
like
excessive.
a guy,
Yeah.
Right.
right? And so then figure came out,
Right.
you know. But then they wanted to expand it even more. There's tons of these
Offshoots of it,
social
yeah.
social media people that want to be, you know, competitors,
Right.
right? They're always like, shh, shh,
Yeah.
shh, shh. Look at me, look
I
at
just
me,
did
look
one
at me,
squat.
right?
Picture.
Right? And then let's capitalize on those people,
Right.
So then bikini came out, men's, you know, everything just. And I'm not saying that those people still have fantastic physiques,
Of course,
right?
of course.
But
But
to
you
get
saw
to
that
that
it was
physique,
a money thing.
right?
Yeah.
But to get to those physiques doesn't take nearly as much years and years and years
As bodybuilding.
as bodybuilding, right? Because bodybuilding takes like decades.
That's the dedication.
Right? And lots of dedication, no veering, no nothing, right?
Right,
To
right.
get to that.
Well, I mean,
And-
you
and
just
then-
described your parties with your bodybuilding friends, and I'm
Yeah.
like, man, I wouldn't go to that party. A lot of beautiful people, but
Yeah, I'd starve at that party.
you know, and then you look at now we have the microwave. People are standing in front of the microwave.
Yeah.
Come on, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Come
I
on,
know, even the
10,
microwave seems
9,
long.
8,
Yeah.
7,
Ah,
6,
screw it, I'm stopping it at 5. 'cause,
Yeah.
Right?
It's okay,
Whereas
it's warm
before
enough.
it was like
Yeah.
the oven. It took
Yeah.
30 minutes,
Right.
and now we're looking at 3 minutes, and we can't even wait 3 minutes.
Right.
God, we're impatient. No wonder we're so unhealthy.
Yeah. So, you know, so nutrition is a big part, but also, like you said, or
The
you
mental
said,
aptitude, yeah.
the mental, you know,
Yeah, definitely.
you got to change that. And I think martial arts, why not? I mean, you guys are hardcore martial artists. All you have to do is translate what you're telling. I mean, if I came to
Say,
you,
say that louder to him. Say,
Right?
that, say that louder to him.
all right?
Say it louder.
You're saying, well, we're just going to start doing this, right?
Right.
We're going to do this. You do not come to somebody that doesn't know anything
And punch
say,
him in the face.
I want you to do this. I want you to do this.
Oh no, we work
this,
it. Yeah.
this combination and do this and
No,
then
there-
do
there's
this
a
so that you
slow
don't.
upward
It takes
yeah.
forever.
We
right?
don't have an excuse
And
anymore.
why?
I know.
And why? Like I bet
She's
you, if you
killing
had
me.
10 people will be so excited because they see you and Nai. Oh, that's so cool, right?
Yeah.
And then they take the first class. Out of the 10 people, how many stay? Maybe 1 or 2,
One or
right?
two, yeah.
What happened to the other 8?
Yeah, it's
Oh, it
taking
didn't
too
look
long.
like that.
Yeah.
Well, you mean I have to train for years?
Yeah.
Or decades?
Or something.
Right?
Hey, we have one up because at least, you know, our training is kind of advanced.
Yeah, we have a
Because 6
yeah.
years later, and I'm keeping up with you slightly.
Yeah. So, I mean, so that's the thing, you know, and
Yeah.
it's the same, I think, in anything.
And any
Right?
anything that you're wanting to
Right?
do, you do
and
have to
and
put the
since
time
this,
in.
this
of
video
course.
is really about for people in martial arts, right?
But
We're trying to expand on
no,
that.
we're trying to expand it. We're not doing it just for the martial arts. What we're doing, or the way that we've been working it, is that we're trying to teach you how to teach yourself properly.
Mm-hmm.
Not just in martial arts, but in everything else you do.
Like we're saying, the mind is really
Yeah.
important in anything that you do.
Right.
So if you have a good way of processing information, well, then you get to choose what information you want to process.
Yeah.
Right, and it isn't
Whether
just,
it's health,
nutrition,
Yeah.
nutrition.
So
or martial arts.
we've actually moved away. You know, we actually had to do a video to explain that it's not just about martial arts anymore.
So whether it's martial arts, or whether it's how you became a doctor, or how you
Right.
became a lawyer,
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot
or
of
how
work
you
that you have to
became
do.
a bodybuilder,
Yeah.
Right.
whatever it is. So I think that everybody's good at something,
Right.
right? And so whoever's watching this video, think about the best thing that the thing that you are most confident at doing, whether it's like you figured out how to have the perfect makeup or the
Yeah.
perfect hairstyle. You just didn't wake up and just slap some makeup on and it looked perfect,
Right.
right? You probably looked at YouTube,
there's a
you looked at
process.
a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
You
Messed up
went
a
to
lot.
messed up a lot. You talked to people. You went to Sephora or wherever, and you practice and practice and practice to get this perfect look,
Right.
right? So think about all the things that it took to get to that,
To that
right?
level, right.
Then now look at, say, for example, your nutrition, right?
Same thing.
Same
Yeah.
thing. Right now, it's like you just slapped on makeup. But
Right.
okay, now let's think about fine tuning it now,
Right.
right? So whatever it is, whether it's makeup or hair or martial arts or bodybuilding, just think about the best thing the thing that you've been doing the longest and that you believe you're really good at
And
doing.
the process that took to get you there.
Exactly. So
And then-
nutrition is
and focus
exactly
that
the
on the
same.
new
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
Don't say, "Oh my God, I could never do what Futaba is doing. That's just way too much." Oh, almost like, "Oh, it's impossible. I don't even want to do that." Right?
Why
You could
are
say
you
that.
pointing at me?
Because you said it!
Yeah, you
like
said that.
I
literally.
believe-
Like, there's proof.
Yeah, I will
Let's
work-
rewind it.
We'll work on it.
Goodness.
Anyways, hey, listen, we've been into this for an hour or so.
Yeah.
We want to
Wow.
thank our special guest for
Thank you, Futaba.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for
That's a
having
You know,
lot of
me.
great
I
information.
think these people are going to love what you were talking about because you are so right and spot on with everything that you pointed out today.
And
So-
unapologetic. We
Oh,
love
no,
that
yeah,
about
yeah.
you. You will say it flat out.
Yeah.
You're very respectful, but you're also very blunt. Like
Yeah.
you have this great balance between the two, and we.
That's why I call you mom,
Yeah.
because you act like my mom. Like, do this and gotta do that. All right. So anyways, this has been College Conversation with
Thank
me,
you,
Rick,
thank you. And me, Nain.
and our special guest, Futaba.
Takashi.
Don't forget to visit the gym from time to time. We're in South San Francisco
Yes,
at
yes.
387
Grand Avenue. You can also visit our website at physiquemagnifique.com.
Yeah, this is the
And
seamless
Facebook.
plug.
Facebook and
Instagram.
also Instagram, physique_magnifique, or you'll never find us.
Underscore. Remember the underscore.
And you can always email me through the website if you have any questions, more information.
Well of knowledge. Take advantage, people. Take advantage. That's all I can
Thank
say.
you. Thank you so much for having
No
me.
problem.
Oh, no,
It was a great
thank you.
time.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
fun.
Thanks,
All right.
Mom. You're the best.
Thanks, Dad.
Now I got to go to try to throw out all that food in the refrigerator that I can't eat anymore.
I just went grocery shopping too. That's bad.
And in 3, 2,
3, 2,
1, cut.